I'm going to introduce you to a strategy called milking your own cows, but before I do, I wanted to show you why I love cows so much. Growing up in Wisconsin, we have t-shirts with cows on them. Here's one. It says, "Nothing tips like a cow." Apparently some of these jokes are just for me.
So please help me welcome to the stage Noah Rickun.
One of the quotes that has impacted my life the most, and that quote is that the only difference between where you are today and where you'll be 1 year from now are the books you read and the people you'll meet.
So there's 4 elements that have to exist before anyone's willing to do business with anyone else. If they like you, and they believe you, and they have confidence in you, and they trust you, then they may do business with you. Like, believe, confidence, trust. Now, out of those 4 elements, who thinks that like is the most important? Who thinks that believe is most important? Who thinks that confidence, having confidence in you, is most important? And who thinks that trusting you is most important? Okay, you're all wrong. It's like. They have to like you first. Imagine this, you're single, you're going out on a date, you come back and you go, "You know, I really didn't like that guy, but boy did I trust him." People don't like to be sold, they love to buy. Who knows this movie? Glengarry Glen Ross. And I would love to play this for you, but I'd probably never have a working job again for the rest of my life. They played it last year? Yeah, where's that guy now? Anyway. Behind Alec Baldwin here are the ABCs of selling, right? Always be closing. But I think that way of selling is over. In fact, Alec Baldwin, during his diatribe, sets up a sales contest. You remember that one? First place is a new Cadillac, second place is a set of steak knives, third place is you're fired. Right. Who wants to work for that guy? Nobody? Better yet, who wants to buy from that guy? Suggestive selling models. Uncover why they buy. If you try to train your salespeople in your stores how to sell, that's what your competition is doing, but instead you are uncovering why people buy, and you're able to share that with somebody in your company who's willing to invest in technology to uncover this and to capitalize on it. You will win. It all starts with you, and it starts with a foundation of belief. Do you believe that you're the best at what you do?
So I walked into this tweet up totally freaked out, and I walked towards the bar. I'm a little late. There's 300 people there, and the bar is sunk. You know, it's one of those lower bars. I'm looking down on all these people, and I'm going, "Oh my gosh, I don't know anybody." And I'm ready to leave. I actually spun around and turned to walk away, but I said to myself, you know, nothing's going to happen if I don't go, if I don't force myself. So I forced myself, and I walk up to the first guy that's standing there, and I pull out my iPhone, because I decided I'm going to be hip and fit in, and I just turned to him and I say, "Hey, are we allowed to talk, or will you just tweet the whole time?"
See, the way I see it, there's 3 stages or 3 levels of life. And although you didn't dream about being here one day, you're here now. And so I think you owe it to yourself to become your best. You start out in business and you're in what's called the groove. If you're around long enough, you remember what the groove meant, right? It's a record. And you put the needle in the groove. That's how you start your day, rocking, rolling, having a good time. Then you're around a little bit longer, maybe 3, 4, 5 years. How many of you have been here 4 or 5 years? Show of hands. Okay. That groove might have deepened for you, and you might be in what's called a rut. And what happens is, when you're in that rut, you're the smartest person in the world. You already know everything. No sense in coming to sales training. No sense in learning anything new. You know what works. You know what doesn't. Then you're around a little bit longer. And that groove that deepened into a rut deepens even further. 10 years or more. Show of hands. Okie dokie. That would be called a grave. My name is Noah Rickun. I'm a sales guy. I'm a speaker. And most importantly, I'm a daddy. I love what I do, and I get to do that every single day. So I'm going to leave you with these words. They're not mine. They're the Chevrolet Motor Company's, and they forgot them. They were from the 1940s, and there's something that every person in business should just live by day in, day out. Never forget a customer. Never let a customer forget you. Thank you for being my customer today. I hope to see you soon.